This is the brand new Sony FX2 camera that I was completely not expecting, and although it looks familiar to FX3, it has something completely new. It is a tilting viewfinder. I had the pleasure to test this camera, and before its release I will tell you everything I learned about it, and you will see some practical examples of how it is to work with Sony FX2. I am a professional journalist, content creator working in the photo and tech industry for many years. This is one of my first videos at my private YouTube channel, so I kindly ask you to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe to this channel if you like it, because I would like to grow and make more videos like that, reviewing in a professional way the best cameras and lenses for you, so that you can make a good choice. Speaking very briefly, Sony FX2 is like a connection of the body similar to FX3 or FX30 with the inside of Sony A7 III Mark II or A7 IV, and this is a very interesting connection. It has some design changes, but they are not big, and the biggest change is this viewfinder. In FX3 and FX30 you do not have any viewfinder. This is a completely new idea for this kind of small cameras. You can tilt it in 90 degrees. The resolution is 3.68 million dots. It's quite bright, it's contrasty, it's a good quality. It's not one of the best viewfinders at the market, but it's good enough. And this element here can help you to really like blend into the frame. And it's very useful when you are recording in a bright sunlight somewhere outdoor. It can replace some additional viewfinder, and this is something very unique because there's no other camera on the market that can offer something like that. Normally you have cameras that offer making pictures in this kind of style, but with camera like this it is preferable to record in that way, looking down. And well, even if you have viewfinder in your camera, you cannot use it looking from up to down. If you go to travel somewhere and you want to record videos in a bright sunlight, normally you need to have additional display. In that case, you don't have to buy it, you don't have to take it with you to your backpack, because this viewfinder makes the job very well for you. The issue with it I have is that when you put it into your camera bag and put it like that, well, as you can see, it is very long, and in a backpack, when you put your camera like this and you close it, you cannot do that because you will destroy it. You have to use other position to fix this camera in your backpack, which is not very comfortable. I would rather prefer to have an optional viewfinder that you can connect if you need it, but disconnect when you want to travel. That will be much better idea. Also, it would be nice to have a chance to replace maybe or choose what kind of viewfinder you like to use. For some, this quality is okay, but for others, they would prefer to have maybe 9 million dot viewfinder. So this is like something fresh, something new maybe in this class of world of cameras, but this is not ideal solution. Speaking about displays, this one in Sony FX2 is very poor quality. This is the old display that Sony used in some older cameras, and a little bit more than 1 million dots. So this is not something I would like to use in my daily camera. This is 2025, and you are Sony making such a great smartphones with great screens, and you're still using this old rubbish in your professional camera. Something is not right here. This viewfinder also made the designers to change a little bit the body of this camera. Normally in FX3 or FX30, here in the top plate you have 3 mounts for screws. Here you have only 2, so that's because of this viewfinder here. And also at this side you can see there is also one mount here, but it doesn't exist on this side. It is still on the other side, and also at the this plate you have 2 mounts. So basically it's a little bit different than in FX3. What is also different is that this plate here, you have the same connectors like full HDMI. You have also USB-C with charging and this multi-connector. They're all hidden here, but because of mounting this viewfinder here, they had to move mini jack connectors from up to down. Those two elements are not covered, so I'm a little bit afraid of maybe some dust, maybe some moisture that can go inside the camera. Sony says it is dust proof and waterproof, but they do not guarantee it 100%, and now I understand why. You can also see there's ventilation inside, but what is interesting and is different than FX3, you have the ventilation also here on this side. In FX3 you don't have it, so you can also see that well, this sensor that is inside needs to be ventilated even more. The new thing here is also home button. After using it, you will have the big 6 menu. You have 6 the most important parameters at the screen, plus some additional info. It's very clear, very useful, and I like it a lot, and I'm happy that Sony used it, took it from the professional cameras to this basic camera. Here on the other side there is 2 SD slots. One of them is also CF Express A. When you compare it with FX3, camera has 2 CF Express A, here is only 1. Besides that, this is exactly the same body as FX3 and I like it a lot. Everything here is made with video in mind, all the names, all the buttons. This works very well and is really like professional quality. What I also like is it has all those red tally lights in front, in the button, one more in the back, but also a red frame on the screen, so it is not possible to miss the fact that this camera is currently recording. Inside the camera you will find a full frame sensor. It's exactly the same sensor as you will find in A7C Mark II or A7 IV. It's a nice sensor, good quality, 33 megapixels. But it has some issues when it comes to video. For example, it has quite high rolling shutter. It's visible even with your naked eye when you are recording. If you're recording like daily videos, travel videos, or maybe YouTube, it has no problem with it. It can also get hot, and this problem is also resolved here because of the ventilation. In A7C or A7 IV, it is only a passive ventilation. This is an active ventilation, so it works very well, and it can record 4K 60p up to 13 hours, and it's only because the manufacturer didn't think about making it even longer. This is just a firmware limitation. Speaking about the quality of this video, this sensor officially has dual base ISO, and it's 800 and 4000. That means that you can have a really good quality even at ISO 4000. If you compare it to FX3, in the dual ISO there is 800 and 12800, so that's a complete difference. So if you are recording some night shots, FX3 still will be much better. But for like casual use, travels, YouTube, this camera will be perfectly fine. Speaking about the video, it has exactly the same specification as A7 IV, so the maximum resolution is 4K and frame rate 60p. However, in 60p you have crop. It's a Super 35 mode, so it is crop 1.5 times, and it is still oversampled from 4.6K, but the quality is not as good as in 4K 30p, where there's no crop and it's oversampled from 7K. What is also important here is that the camera has all the best Sony features for filmmakers, and I'm not speaking only about Zebra, all the focus peaking, but also all those S-Log 3, S-Log Cine, Cine AI, and so on and so on. So the color science of this camera should be similar to other FX cameras, and even though this is the old sensor used in different cameras, Sony says that the quality of colors will be different, will be matched with even professional cameras. What is new here is that this camera has AI processor made specifically for autofocus. You could see that this autofocus works very well. It's recognizing multiple people, multiple faces. If you use some menu functions to select sensitivity or speed, it will be also customized to your needs, and it works very well. It can also recognize not only face but also the whole body if the face is not visible, and it works well, very good. I would say it's not the level of A9 III, but still for like casual YouTube videos or travel vlogs or some basic videos, this is really good. Also, the stabilization, it's not the top level, but it is similar to A7C Mark II, so it's a good standard of stabilization. Also, you can use it with some digital stabilization, with dynamic mode. It crops a little bit, but the quality of stabilization is much better, for example for B-roll or even vlogs. But if you want something more, you can turn on dynamic active mode. However, you can also see there's a huge crop. And what is interesting here, this camera, although it looks like typical FX camera, it has this little switch here from movie to still. And this means that you can make pictures with this camera, and it has mechanical shutter, which is very interesting. Well, basically this is exactly the same camera in terms of photography than A7 IV or A7C Mark II. It was maybe even a better comparison because of the newer camera. This is a really true hybrid camera. This is not just a video camera. So it has the video-centric body. It is designed in a way for you to support mostly the video, but if you want to make a picture, there's no compromise. It's a real camera for making pictures as well. So this is a little bit different than FX3 or FX30. They don't have mechanical shutters. They're like really focused on the video. When I'm recording this video, like 3 weeks before the release date, I don't know the price, but what I heard from Sony is that the price will be somewhere between FX30 and FX3, so it should be reasonable. And I think this is a really nice add-on to Sony lineup. It should be a camera of choice for hybrid users, for solo shooters who want to firstly record videos, maybe do it their own without any additional people, maybe travel with a very lightweight gear and learn how to do it in a professional way. But if they want to make pictures, it's still possible for them with the same good quality as they have in a normal cameras, photography or hybrid cameras. I was testing this camera just a few days and however, I'm not a Sony fanboy. I don't like Sony cameras. Well, this is a really nice camera and I had a lot of pleasure testing it, recording this video for the sports club. Let me know what do you think about the new Sony FX2. For me, it is a really interesting camera for hybrid shooters, and well, as long as the price won't be too much, I think this might be an interesting choice for content creators, for YouTubers, for all those who want to record also vertical videos, who travel as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give me thumbs up, and I would like to encourage you to see also other videos at my channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.